Here's your daily reminder that the Democrat Party and woke corporations think black people and brown people are too stupid or too helpless to have a photo ID to vote. Hello once again, all my fellow patriots and you filthy leftist stalkers out there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela Box. You're watching Angela's Soapbox, where I always say what you are thinking. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, liking or rumbling this video, commenting on this video, and of course, sharing this video, especially with your filthy leftist friends, because they truly hate my guts, and for me, that's a badge of honor. Okay, first of all, I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. It's just like, it's crazy. Y'all should see what I've been working with my whole life. And until I got my Dyson Airwrap, my hair was just this frizzy mess. If you've been watching my videos for a while, like back in the day when I had a YouTube before they deplatformed me 5 times, it just was like, and it's right now. So I'm getting it cut tomorrow, just like about an inch or whatever. Anyway, all right. So as you can see from the screenshot I put up at the front, they're trying to get the old COVID ban back together just in time for the 2024 election. So let's discuss it, and let's talk about some coincidental things that are also going on that I'm sure have nothing to do with election fraud. Anyway, they think you're retarded. And I use that word in both the slang sense of the word and also the real sense of the word. Because at this point, if you believe anything these people are telling you, you are by definition retarded. So, okay, last week, the Biden administration, I'm going off memory here of a few different stories that I know have kind of happened. Last week, the DOJ got shot down because Arizona's law about showing ID, it's either Arizona or Georgia. There's a couple of states in play right now. One of those states, can't remember exactly, but I think it's Arizona. Arizona passed a bill that said you must show ID to prove that you're a citizen of the United States in order to vote. And so, of course, Joe Biden and his administration are like, no, that's wrong, and that's voter intimidation, and that's racist, or whatever the hell they're saying. Like I said at the beginning of every video, Democrats think that black and brown people are too stupid or lazy or helpless to have an ID to vote. Obviously, they know they're not, but they also know that this is how they cheat. Anyway, so the Supreme Court struck that down, and now the Democrats are basically acknowledging that they're going to lose Arizona and Georgia because of these laws. Like, okay, so basically what you're saying is by putting voter ID laws into effect and making them truly effective, this means that Democrats won't be able to cheat. Like, thanks for proving what we already know. So then, coincidentally, we got this story from the UK Daily Mail that say that, oh, COVID's coming back, and we're gonna have to have more school lockdowns. We're gonna have to reimpose mask mandates. And you know, all the dummies in blue states that just live for this crap are like, yes, please shut us down. Please make us wear masks again. Please impose vaccine mandates on everybody. I've got my 17 boosters, and I'm got all these cancers that are happening, and these blood clots, and these horrible health conditions, and all these died suddenly. But I'm sure it has nothing to do with the vaccine. Like, look, at this point, guys, again, these people that willingly line up, show their arm, put on a mask, go in for these lockdowns, go in for these mandates. I mean, I think they know that it's bullshit, but like they have to go along with the theater of it, because they know that if they don't go along with the theater and they act like that they know this is bullshit, like the rest of us know it's bullshit, that then they're not going to be able to have the idea that, well, I mean, this is very, very serious again. I mean, COVID is back, and it just happens to coincide with election season. It's weird how it happened 4 years ago. And they tried to make monkeypox a thing, and they tried to make bird flu a thing, but it didn't really stick. So now they're like, well, let's bring COVID back. Because if we bring COVID back, I mean, the dum-dums among us will just line up and go along with it because they did before. So remember that Kamala Harris and her running mate, Tim Walz. Tim Walz, during COVID, was one of the most draconian governors in America. He locked down his entire state. He mask mandated everybody. He's vaccine mandated everybody. And eventually what's going to happen, if we can get Trump back, it's a big if, obviously. And on a side note, The Hill had a story today that's like, a bunch of George W. Bush and Mitt Romney aides are publicly endorsing Kamala Harris. It's like, yeah, it's called the Uniparty, stupid. Like, we know. And then on our side, we've got Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr., like two truly anti-establishment badasses. And Kennedy has promised that there's going to be more to come. So I think that Tulsi Gabbard and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. are like, telling other Democrats, disaffected Democrats, hey, come on in here, the water's fine. They're not Nazis, and they're here for freedom, and they're here for free expression and free speech, and exposing the deep state for the corrupt monsters that they are. Come on over to our side. And then on the other side, we've got the Covidians and the George W. Bushes and the Mitt Romney types that are literally supporting a Marxist. So, yeah. Anyway, so they're trying to make this a thing again. And we've yet to see what blue states are going to go along with this, because they want to. They're like, oh man, if we could just get these mask mandates back, we could have that little bit of a mask theater to scare the people into submission, to make them think that, there's a virus out there and it's going to get you again. I think that some of the people, when they see like, it's okay to wear your mask again, it's okay to lord it over people again. But I think at this point, 4 years later, those of us who have two brain cells to rub together, we're just going to point and laugh at them, because they're idiots. They're retarded. They're the colloquial definition of retarded, and they might be literally retarded. So I say go for it, leftists, because that you can't cheat the way you were going to cheat before. I mean, the only reason they're doing this now is to institute universal mail-in balloting. They're going to do it in the swing states. They're going to do it in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, Georgia. But remember, again, Arizona and Georgia, they've basically written them off now, because they're saying the election integrity measures that they put into place, even in Georgia, amongst the kicking and screaming of Brad Raffensperger, who said that everything was fine in 2020, they've actually put in these measures that are like, okay, we're not going to be able to have this cheating system that we had in Arizona and Georgia. So they've written these states off. So let's see how quickly that Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania, which are all run by Democrats, let's see how quickly they try and get the COVID fear ramped up. Let's see how quickly they're like, the numbers of COVID are rising. We've got to institute mail-in balloting. We've got to institute mask mandates. But this time again, they don't have any science to back them up. And we have now hindsight of people going, seems to be a pattern here of all the people that are getting cancer and having blood clots and brain aneurysms and all these things and died suddenly. They seem to have something in common, even though they'll never admit it. We'll never get them to open the books on this to say there is a causation between these vaccines and all these injuries. It'll never happen. They're going to be like, well, you can't prove it. And honestly, okay, I'm just going to tell you, someone that I know, sorry, my nose is just itching like crazy. Driving me nuts. Anyway, I know somebody, I'm not going to say who it is or I'm connected to, whatever. I know someone whose husband, who is in his mid to late 40s, came down with, out of nowhere, no cancer in his family, nothing. Came down with stage 2 testicular cancer, okay? He was forced to get a vaccine for his job, just like so many other people were. Came down with cancer, stage 2. Luckily, he went through his chemo and he's cancer-free now, but my concern is that it's going to come back. And a lot of these people are having just stage 4 cancers out of nowhere. And we're just supposed to be like, it's totally normal. It's, of course there's cancer. It's so gross and it's so evil what these people have done, all to stay in power, institute the Green New Scam, Green New Deal, the Great Reset, and to get rid of Trump. All of the things they're doing, and to not be exposed. So look, they're going to try and make COVID happen again. And again, if you fall for it, if you comply at all, you're a literal retard. And we just need to point and laugh at these people because we know their game now. So they're realizing that Trump is surging. Kamala Harris is not closing the deal. I think Trump's internal polls probably have him quite a bit ahead. Kamala Harris is, now saying she wants to change the debate rules. She wants a cheat sheet. She wants unmuted microphones. And, Trump's like, no, we agreed to these parameters. Why don't you want to stick with them? What's up with that, Kamala Harris? You afraid you can't do a debate without notes? Like, obviously she can't. She's an idiot. But anyway, the point is that they're trying to back out of debates. They're trying to hide her. They're going to not let her talk to the media. I'll probably do a video this week, or at least something in the podcast about the New York Times basically giving her notes and cheat sheets on questions they'd like to ask her now. It's a joke. But again, we've got two of these swing states, Arizona and Georgia, which now will have voter ID laws, citizen proof of voting laws, that they're not going to be able to get around this, this carve out that they had before. But let's see. Let's see what the blue states do. Let's see how quickly they jump on the COVID bandwagon again, because that's going to be really wild to see. And if you live in a blue state and you comply, you're a retard. That's all I'm going to say. All right, that's what I'm going to leave this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you in the next one. That will be done. Bye.